Hey friends, happy Catterday /420, or as we call it in Portland, Saturday. I thought I'd steal from the master himself, Stephen King, who just released a video of himself doing a reading of an excerpt from one of his short stories in his upcoming collection, You Like It Darker. And I'm going to read to you from my book, The Sound of Settlng, a rock and roll love story, which you can buy right now at towerdublinrocks.com and also at powells.com, because it's available on the shelf at the world's greatest bookstore now. You don't know what this book is about. I'm going to give you a moment to check out the back cover. You see? I have a blurb from Cameron Crowe. Let me move my little terrible fingers. I'm getting a Manny tomorrow. Anyway, freeze it, check it out. That's what this book is about. So this is from, about a third through the book. The main character, Lila, is standing at the side of stage of Madison Square Garden watching her husband, Grady Donovan, and his band rocking Madison Square Garden as they celebrate their 10th anniversary. And she's thinking back to how their relationship began, and she's here in the middle of something she never thought she would be in the middle of. The band has made it halfway through the set. Her man is soaked through to the skin, his black t-shirt clinging to his body, his long dark hair throwing off droplets of sweat as he rips through an extended guitar solo. The audience has been in a state of frenzy all night. Now they've reached ecstasy, watching his fingers work the neck of his guitar with amazing speed and dexterity. It's almost inhuman how good he is. It's his reputation to be good and kind, affable and easygoing. His warmth is legendary, his laid-back nature only endearing him further to anyone who knows him. It makes him nearly incapable of expressing his anger, but when he does, he can be the most dangerous man in the room. She has been one of the privileged few to see him at his worst, and it actually served to make her love him even more. He was as human as anyone else, as real as she. It was exhilarating to her being led into such a private world, to really know him the way she'd always dreamed. The guitarist turns then and sees her in the wings, flashes her a smile. She smiles back reflexively, but then worries if he'll take it the wrong way. She's caught him looking at her when he doesn't realize it. She recognizes what those sly, sideways glances mean. A woman always knows when a man thinks she's attractive, and it's hard to ignore the buzz from it, even when that man isn't hers. She'd never act on it, of course, and hoped it would never come to even having that discussion. That would go beyond betrayal on both of their parts. They both love her man too much to ever hurt him. She suspects it's more than simple jealousy at this point, that maybe it's grown into something deeper and harder to process. She's not in a place where she can even contemplate such a thing. If she's not going to be with her man, she's not going to be with another man ever again. He's spoiled her for anyone else. Right from the start, he treated her like a queen. It took some getting used to. She wasn't accustomed to being someone's focal point, first choice, or top priority. For the longest time, she wouldn't let him spend his money on her. He'd had to resort to surprise gifts, last-minute trips she couldn't refuse. Slowly, she began to accept her new life, despite that tiny voice that nagged her. The voice that told her she was still settling because she was letting another man make her life decisions for her. And so, my friends, will Lila stay or will she go? Only you will find out, or will you? You have to get The Sound of Settlng, which you can get right now at Powell's Bookstore, powells.com, and towerdublinrocks.com. Also, check out my Substack, which is taradublin.substack.com, where you can find the origin story, which was inspired by Dave Grohl of Foo Fighters, who I think kind of stalked me a little bit on his internet post board back in 2001 before there was social media, because he called me out by name from a Foo Fighters show that was just for Foo Fighters fans back in 2001 at the Troubadour, before there was social media. So someday maybe I'll get answers from Dave Grohl, but until then, please check out The Sound of Settlng. Quick reminder, next Friday, April 26th, is my 55th birthday, so there are many things that I want, but most of all, I want you to get The Sound of Settlng, and I want you to share it with someone that you love, who loves rock and roll, loves Foo Fighters, loves reading. There's lots of Foo Fighters Easter eggs in that, so check it out. I would love for April to be my best sales month yet because I'm still self-published, still looking for that yes person who's going to hashtag sign Tara. So please, please, please check out The Sound of Settling and share it with everyone you love, and let's see how it goes. All right. Happy birthday to me.